The Marlborough Junior Women's Club past leaders share the value of the leadership journey.
I had a really good experience being a chairperson on a couple of committees, and I was newer to club, and I think people thought that they wanted to see me in some leadership roles, so they encouraged me to be vice president, and that was before I'd even had a chance to do anything else on the board. So really it was, we need somebody to do this job, and we hope that you will, and I was willing to.
It was just a culmination, I think, of everything I did when I first joined, between being on a committee, heading a committee, following through as officers, and it just sort of fell into place.
I think you get to know your members and you have opportunities, that you never would have had. I know my most recent experience has been on a national level, and I'll tell you, I have had so many opportunities all the way of being able to meet some great people and to see some fantastic projects and things, and realize that we're all alike. No matter where we come from or what we do, we are more similar than we are different.
I think it's more about what's the most rewarding piece about being a member in a club, because to me, it truly are the friendships that I have today. Not being someone that wasn't from Marlborough and moving to Marlborough and trying to find my group or a group of women that I could be a part of, and carry on sort of what my parents instilled in me and their roles in my hometown where I grew up about volunteerism and always giving back and finding ways to make improvements. I walked away with friendships that will be dear to me forever, and have had influences on my children and all aspects of my life. So I don't think it's so much that what was rewarding was because I became a leader in club, but was just really truly becoming a member of Marlborough Juniors has given me something that I can never give back.
I think for me, the most rewarding part was watching the other club members who then wanted to take on leadership roles.
I think some of the things that I learned was to listen better, to focus on the here and now, not dwell on past or look too far into the future. There is a plan, there's always been a plan, and there's always history.
I think for me, the most rewarding part is working with the other women. I really just feel that so many women have different leadership styles, and you learn so much from each of them. I also felt that for the large part, I had a career, and then I was home with my children, and I was president while my children were still young, and I was working at home. I wasn't out working out of the home. And so for me, it allowed me to keep those vital skills that I needed for my career when I went back to work after my kids were, a little bit older.
Be a leader, you have to see everyone's side of what's going on around you. You can't form that opinion right away and decide that this is how I'm going to react, this is how I'm going to do something, this is how I'm going to approach this. You have to think about it, I think, and you have to allow yourself to bring other people's opinions into it, even if you don't agree with them.
To me, it's very important that everyone feels that they have a voice, or that they feel that I'm approachable enough. I know in my work world that's important, and I would always want those that I am trying to provide guidance to feel that I can be approached with a new idea.
They have to be honest, they have to be straightforward, they have to be fair, they have to be certainly dedicated, passionate. I think those characteristics all help in a leadership role. I'm not sure when we talk about leadership that people think of themselves like taking a chairmanship. I don't know if they think about that being a leader, but it is part of it. But I think that leaders are not born, they're made, and that the more successful you are in certain positions, the more comfortable you are, the more willing you are to accept another position. That's how I think it happened for me, and I think that's how it happens for a lot of people.
My leadership style is one of believing that people have it within them to do what they need to do, and getting out of the way. I would say that I grew into that. Initially, I wanted to control things. That was, I think that's a maturity thing when you first start collaborating with other people. Over the years, I have learned to allow people their space and the ability to take the reins, knowing it might not be my way, but it might be better in the end.
I found myself trying to either crack a joke. If I could stand up there in front of juniors and I could get everyone to kind of chuckle for a minute, I knew I was doing okay. Because one, they were listening to what I was saying, and two, it was usually making fun of myself somehow. I would usually say something that would get a little bit of a chuckle, and it was usually something, ridiculous that I did or something like that.
I gained experience from that to take with me into other leadership positions, whether it be in another club or through work or any other role in society. And that it makes us stronger, and it teaches us more about ourselves, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, but it teaches you how to be more in tune with yourself as a leader.
You're not alone. There are 60 other women who are behind you, who want you to succeed. This is not your traditional in the workplace, if I fail, I could fail. This is you will always succeed, because these women behind us, these women who came before me, the ones who are coming after me, are all here for the same reason. We're here to make our community better. We're here to make ourselves better. You can't fail at that when you have such a supportive group.
But I think that I might have given them the encouragement to take on a chairmanship, to decide to run for office, to take that next big step.
When I was president, I really felt like my job was to cheerlead, encourage them, everybody to grow and bring their ideas and do what they need to do, knowing that they've got backup. All of us on the executive committee and whether it was committee board members or, we're all there. Like, everybody joined club for the same reason. We want to make a difference.
Don't be afraid. Just do it. You're going to learn as you go. The members are so supportive. You can't fail.
I got there and I was so overwhelmed at the power of that many women in one place. And I thought I was pretty confident in my leadership skills, and then I went through this program and I felt so small. And when I left there, I was very energized. It truly, personally impacted my personal life.
After 25 plus years in juniors, I think I have grown in my confidence even more than I would have just by growing up. I feel like it provided me opportunities to, make friends with other, older moms whose kids were ahead of mine in school. It gave me a confidence and a place to learn about how to be a mother in the city of Marlborough and manage the schools, and understand that it wasn't terrifying that my 8th grader was going to high school because their kids were already doing so well there. I feel like it gave me confidence in my career, the confidence to step up and learn new things, or step up and say, no, actually I deserve a raise because of this that I do and this that I provide. I think it gives you an awareness of your skills that is far-reaching, way beyond club.
Nothing comes easy to me as a leader. I am so inside my head at times that I feel I'm never going to give that that emotion to club that they need, that support to club as they need, and I bring that upon myself. So to me, nothing was really easy, and it's not meant to be. Anything worth doing is going to be a little bit hard, but I did have a lot of fellow club members that helped me along the way. So I guess the friendships became easy, and the hardest part was just trying to be the best leader for every person in club.